So I think we've heard all sorts of different things for cueing, for bracing, like suck your belly button in towards your spine, take a breath in and hold, all these different things. But I want to explain to you how to properly brace when we're lifting weights, especially under load. So if we think about our core, we should think about it like a cylinder, right? Or you can think of it like a Coke can, right? So if we have a Coke can that's full of Coke, it's really hard to crush, right? So it's really strong, okay? When the Coke can has no Coke in it, right? No liquid, you can crush it. So we want to think of our core as a nice, can of Coke that has all of its Coke in it, okay? We don't want to leak out the liquid, because then our core or our cylinder isn't as strong. Okay, so some cues that I like to give. Number one is to find what we, like that deep core. You're gonna find your hip bones, and I want you to drop right off onto the inside, and then I want you to press down. Okay, that's where our transverse abdominis is, and that's the main muscle we're talking about, and we're talking about contracting and stabilizing your core. Okay, because it wraps around us like a corset. So I want you to find those hip bones. I want you to come on the inside. I want you to press in, and I want you to practice bracing your core, whatever way that you've been taught in the past. And I want you to see if you can feel a muscle popping up into your fingertips, because that's what you should feel. If that muscle is going away from your fingertips, then we're not doing it correctly, okay? So a way that I like to cue people to do it is to brace like someone's gonna come and punch you in the stomach, right? So if you have a little kid or something, he's gonna run up and hit you in your stomach, you're gonna brace for that punch. So when you brace, right, I'm actually bracing to fill that whole cylinder up versus bracing to suck it in, right? So I don't really want my belly button to come towards my spine, because I've taken that cylinder and I've crushed it and it's not as strong anymore, okay? What I wanna do instead is I wanna actually think about that I'm taking this cylinder and I'm expanding it to fill it up. And you should be able to contract your core without having to rely on your breath. So you shouldn't have to think about that you have to suck in to brace the core, because we need to be able to breathe while we're nice and stable here, okay? So I want you to practice that a few times. I want you to find those hip bones, come on the inside, and then again, brace like you're gonna brace for a punch, okay? You're gonna protect your stomach. Or if, I tell people sometimes if you're laying down and someone's gonna drop like a heavy ball, okay, on your stomach, you're gonna brace for the impact of that ball. So I want you to make sure you practice that a few times, because that plays a huge role when we're lifting. And